a rock, actually.
Welcome to another Lessons with Lemmon. We're going to do a 3-hole playing lesson. We're playing a par 4, a short par 4, and then a par 5. We're going to see how well I can do, and the key thing that we're going to be focusing on today is alignment. We're talking about alignment with your putting, alignment with your chipping, and also aligning the club face and aligning yourself when you're hitting tee shots. All right, guys, let's get started. Hit a really big push slice out to the right, had the face wide open. I want to come in and talk about this drive and how wide open the face was. And as you can tell, besides the fact that I raise my hands a whole lot right before I swing, which I'm working on, the face coming into impact is really open. And if you see actually from the frame right before contact, it is so wide open. And you can tell I'm just trying to flip my right hand through just to close that. But at impact, it's probably, I mean, that could be 5-6 degrees open, maybe 7 degrees open. And you can see just from the ball flight that it goes way right, starts right, and then goes right. And most of that is not because of the path being from out to in. It's mostly because I just have that face wide open. So it's something to think about when you're hitting your driver or hitting any club, is just trying to get that club face nice and square as you hit it through the ball. I've got 140 in. It's downwind a hair uphill. The lie's kind of goofy. I'm going to hit a little 8-iron. Actually, no, I'm going to hit a 9-iron, full 9-iron, get it up over these trees and up on the green.
And a rock, actually.
Went away, it came out kind of weird. I ended up 53 yards short, and I'm going to be hitting a little 56-degree wedge into the green. Good shot. I'm left with about 10 feet for par. Burn the top. Weirdest thing that when I hit that 9-iron in, I felt like I hit it pretty good, but it just felt so weird. And sure enough, it hit that rock. And I feel like that took off a lot of the energy and ended up short, kind of caught the tree and came down. But still hit a pretty good chip in, could have made the putt, didn't. Bogey, on to the next. We got a short par 4. It's only like 267. I've been doing something a little different with my tee shots. I've been lining them up similar to lining up putts. And so I put that line down towards the target I have. And it seems to be helping a little bit. That way when I get over the ball, it's a little easier to line my feet up for hitting my drive. Didn't hit my best drive, but ended up in a nice spot, just short of the green. I probably, if the hole's 267, it's into the wind a little bit, so it landed just like a yard short of where the ball is. So I've got this very simple chip shot, and I'm just going to hit my 52-degree wedge. I've picked a spot on the green. It's kind of nice today because it's kind of wet, and so you can see the lines on the green. So I've picked the line. I know where my landing spot is, and it's just a matter of catching clean contact, and I've got a good lie here, catching clean contact, hitting my spot, and letting the ball roll down to the hole. Well, I hit pretty much a perfect chip shot, left it just about 18 inches away. One of the things that I like to do, and I've been working on with these chip shots, is to make sure that I'm picking a landing spot. A lot of times I get distracted by where the hole is, and I get focused on the hole, and then I don't really have a good idea, like a good picture in my mind of where the ball needs to land. So lately I've really been focusing on my landing spot and then reading the green also. That one was supposed to go a little more right to left, And honestly, I hit right on my landing spot, and it was probably just a foot to the right. So it turned out perfect. But something for you guys at home, when you're chipping, especially with a long chip like this, or even a short chip, make sure that you pick your landing spot and then see the shot. Like basically, I'll pick my landing spot, I'll see the ball going to that landing spot and then rolling the rest of the way. And that will give you the best chance to hit the best chip and get as close as you can. Back to even par after the birdie on the last hole. It's kind of interesting. I actually didn't see my tee shot. The sun is right behind me, and I kind of looked up in the sun. I knew it was pretty good, but then to kind of walk up on it right in front of the green was pretty nice. So great chip shot, good bird. On to the next hole. This is a par 5. And this hole is very narrow. You've probably seen it before if you've been on the channel. I usually aim a little bit to the right because I know that there's an out of bounds fence down the left. So today, especially with the wind kind of going right to left, I'm going to aim a little bit to the right of the center, try to hit a little draw or a straight ball down the fairway, and see if we can get a good second shot in on this par 5. Oh, that's perfect. Right at my target. Hit a perfect drive right in the middle of the fairway. I've got 242 left. Always think it's fun when you actually picture the shot in your mind, draw it up, and then actually execute it. And it's also nice when you hit record and record the shot, which I did on that one. I'm going to go ahead and hit just a 3-wood from the deck here. And again, we're talking about aiming, and aiming is very important. I want to make sure that when I'm aiming with this shot, there is a tree over to the right, and I want nothing to do with that tree. If I catch that tree, I mean, I'm going to be down like 150 yards out. So I'm aiming at the left side of the green. I'm giving myself enough dispersion that I'm going to miss the tree. And if I hit this perfect with a little fade, it'll be up by the green. If not, it'll be just left of the green and have a nice chip shot in. Again, your alignment and where you're hitting it to is the most important thing. The biggest problem I could have here is if I hit this tree, because then it'll drop down, I could be in the trees, and I've got a long way out. Well, instead, I'm going to hit a nice solid 3-wood, aim a little more left than usual, maybe hit a little fade, and see how close we can get to the green. Not a very good shot, not a very good strike. I think maybe I focused too much talking about the tree. I ended up worried a little bit about the way the lie was, and instead of thinking and focusing on where my target was, I got a little distracted and just not a very good swing. I ended up hitting it to the right and catching that tree and coming down. About 71 yards in, and I've got to hit it up and over this tree, which is a fairly simple shot. I've got a decent lie. I'm going to go ahead and hit my 56 degree just because the ball's sitting down a little bit, and see if we can get this close to the pin and still have a good chance at birdie. Great shot. We'll take it. Great shot in, 71 yards from the rough, get it to 10 feet. No complaints here. When I'm lining up my putt, I put the mark down, use the line on these Titleists. And when I'm doing that, one thing that's important to do is to, especially if you know your dominant eye, so apparently my right eye is my dominant eye. But the idea is you close your eye, line it up, because if you've got two eyes open, especially if it's a short putt, you'll have two different perspectives and might not be able to line it up correctly. So what I do is I close one eye, I line it up, and then when I get over the putt, I know exactly what line to hit. So I'll make sure I use my right eye, line that up, and then a lot of times I'll also take the putter and line that up just to make sure I've got the correct line. So for this particular putt, I believe it's going to go just a little bit left. So I'm aiming right for that right side of the hole, not giving away the hole. I've got it lined up. So then when I get over the putt, all I have to do is just make sure that I hit the putter face, just get the putter face going in the right direction and just go it right along that line. And with the dots, those 3 dots on the putter, it helps really line that up. And so all I need to do when I look, I'll get all lined up, I'll take a last look at the hole, go back down, and then take it down and putt it. And all I have to do is trust that line and get the ball rolling in the right direction. Just like that, just like that. Well, there you go. Golf's easy when you're making putts. So hopefully that helped you guys at home with your alignment. Please like, subscribe, comment below what you're working on in your game and what questions you have for me that I can help with. I really appreciate the support on the channel, guys. And if you have any questions, please comment below or go to CoachLemmon.com and hook up with me there. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you. Cheers. We're going to talk about face position and how we want our face to be square. I'm going to hit, we've got about 71 yards in. Hit a really big push